25. First down here for the offense. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the lone running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll go right back to him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Makes his connection. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads it left. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Defensively, now you can tell I got to be ready for anything, right? If they're going to get the ball to fast guys on the perimeter like this, I better be ready for it. The defense was ready for it. It was a good game. It wasn't a bad game. You didn't give up a touchdown, but now this makes me think, goodness gracious, they'll get the ball to anybody, any place, anywhere on the field.
And they get him down.
Decision time right here. I like going for it. You're playing on the road. You have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up quickly and just try to run the ball?
Yeah, stay aggressive. I mean, you want to shut these people up. You want to quiet them down, but field goals don't do that very often. Try to go for the touchdown right here.
It's 4th and goal, and they'll go for the touchdown and keep the kicker on ice. Short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting the run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Got it in the middle, it's Bond. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
They want to just keep throwing it. Trying to get to it. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Scott. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Second down coming up. They'll go to the ground. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. To the air, it's Howard. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to...
Can anyone catch him? And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
I like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On third down, he drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up fourth.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Dropping back, it's Howard. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get... You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Bolden. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on third. Fires to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Getting some heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Still on his feet at the 45. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Longhorns are on the move.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Now on second down. Here's the handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The offense hasn't been able to get it done on fourth down. 0 for 2 so far. They'll try to turn that around here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And you watch the right defensive end get in there so fast, rush the passer, get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. I love the replays of these things when you can really hone in on that one guy on the one side and you just watch him go to work.
Wants to fire on second down. Forced out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Makes a man miss. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
There's just not a lot of great play calls, guys, for third in California. So you hand it off, you try to get some of that yardage back, and see what happens next.
The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Running it back, it's Bolden. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath, like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Timeout called by the... Now they just have one remaining in the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Looking down the left side. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. back out there. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary country?
You sound very discouraged.
Ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw, it's Howard. He's got his man. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Here comes the Texas offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Skips away from pressure. He'll turn it loose out to the right. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Baryshnikov for the toe tap.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Nice catch.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Let's go! A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Scott. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
To the air, it's Howard. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Got it past the marker. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets to...
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. The give to the back. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Howard. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. That's reeled in. It's Ibuka. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they've moved when that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? The ball pops out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Dropping back, it's Howard. He's right on target. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
With the run on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Longhorns in the hurry-up.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his...
A shot toward the end zone. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his man enough for the first. The expressway is wide open. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a two-point conversion.
Looking for the two-point try. Wants to throw. It's Manning. He makes the grab. The two-point try is good, and they take the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out fast. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting that ball.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Release to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Bulldozes him. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. Makes the catch, and he pumps it up inside the 20. And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the house for 6. Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. When they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll leave it with him. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Tigers pulled out a close one the last time they saw their Palmetto State rivals.
And Clemson, they were sleepwalking early in that game. They know when they play South Carolina, they're going to get their A-plus effort. They're going to have to take some haymakers, and they got to wake up in this one, David.
I think it's tough late in the season, regardless when you play. The rivalry is deep. The hatred is deep. Even when seasons are out of touch for South Carolina, they can put an exclamation point by beating Clemson at the end of the year.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They'll line up for a second down play. They go right back to him. Just working and poking and prodding and finding its way up to the 36.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. And those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth.
Picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I'll tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Looking for room, it's Sanders. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Dialing up a second down pass play. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not... this offense.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down, you can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Extending the play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Fourth down and 12 is four-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. It's complete to the left. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just...
Off he goes! And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Clemson jumps to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats, because he is not easy to bring down.
That's caught. It's Brown. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Looking to pass on second down. Shoots it to the left. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in. It's Simon. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Clemson, 0.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put...
Oh, it's loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
To throw, it's Klubnik. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to get one down to the 15.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. There's a live football. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball. Wait, the play's not over. Give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch on the right side. Tackle is made after the first down. No huddle here for the offense.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Really nice timing on that throw by the quarterback. Took his steps, he pitched, he got rid of it quickly on a line, put it on his guy running straight down the field, and he's able to catch it in the end zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Clemson is quick to the line.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Maffa.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Coming after it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pressure coming, and the ball's out, and they're after it. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 40, there he goes.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. It's complete. A huge pickup. Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to throw deep right side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Pocket starts to collapse. And is slipped out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack at another offensive odyssey. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught behind the line. It's Sanders. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Sellers. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Clemson now operating in the red zone. On second down, looking again to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Grinding Stool. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Trying to punch it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with the touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Looking to pass, it's Klubnik. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a fourth and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. They're trying to get to him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front.
He uncorks one deep. Fires the pass. Intercepted. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
How good have they recruited in the secondary defensively, right? We've seen guys flying around with speed. They're breaking on the ball. They've got hands. Multiple interceptions in this game. They almost got another one right there.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown Gamecocks. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, going to the air. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Well, and at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is
going for it all. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the punishment has been extended. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31.
And the Clemson offense will take over.
Offense set on 1st down. He wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
He's got him this time. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Gets it out quickly. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. Caught close to the marker, it's Maffa. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
35. Clemson, 7.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To the air, it's Sellers trying to get to him. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I don't really have the words to describe this eloquently. I just know that he's going the wrong way.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires and picked off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Getting some heat. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. From the gun. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Barrels ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
All right, you've now tried running the ball down here a couple times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on 4th down? Are you settling for a field goal? You've got a play in your back pocket to go get you 6.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
It's now 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw it again. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers. And the comeback is on.
Clemson, number 7, Halsey in the end zone.
Here comes the 2-point try. He's looking to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the 1st down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 1st down ends this football game.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air, it's Sellers. Quickly to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. The back goes in motion. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And this offense, undeterred by going just 1 for 4 on 4th down, will stay out there to try it again. Buying some time. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Man, there are a handful of plays in every game in college football that just change the momentum, and it changes the energy. That play by the defense, getting that stop, trailing in this game in the 2nd half, has just sparked new life. The offense is now taking the field, understanding that they can totally change the outcome of this game right here, right now. That changed everything.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Into the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it comes down to the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
The pass is incomplete, and late in this game, still down by 2 after failing on the conversion attempt.
35, Clemson, 33.
Looks as if they're sending the normal kickoff unit out there, but you have to send the hands team out and try an onside kick at this point. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He'll take a deep shot here. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
He's not afraid to go deep. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. The rankings, the odds makers, Everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and they get a landmark win.
And we know coaching staffs always do a great job trying to motivate their own guys and get them ready to play a ranked opponent. But David, to me, it looked like this team just wanted it more. They came out, they were the more physical team, and they did what they had to do at the end of the day to get this win.
Yeah, and how do you gain respect? You want respect. You talk about our team's a really good team. You want to build on that. You beat good teams. That's what you do. You beat ranked teams that people think a lot of. This team pulls off a ranked upset, and guess what? Now what happens? You start to maybe find your team in the ranked spot.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David